Hi everyone, it's me, B at Kelly Sunflower. So I thought I'd hop on today and do an unboxing, flip through and first impressions of a tarot deck that I received a few days ago. So this deck is called the Crossed Destinies Tarot and it's by Bobby Green. It's a Marseille deck of self-discovery and it's a Rockpool publication. So the deck comes in like a magnetic kind of flip box. You walk in strange lands. Many versions of yourself have undertaken this journey before, and you will not be the last. So look at the back of the box. Are you ready to ask the right questions? Enter a mysterious world where every card is a portal to hidden truths. A vibrant tapestry of fabulous images, ancient explorers, and the haunting beauty of English folk horror. This deck invites you to embark on a journey of self-discovery. Let's have a look at the guidebook first. So this guidebook is 121 pages. It's got a nice content page. You struggle when it's got black background and white ink. It's quite difficult for me to read. So it's got an introduction. It talks about how to use the cards. It gives you some spreads. It talks about the major arcana, the minor arcana, cups, pentacles, swords, and buttons. And it also gives you a blurb about the author, Bobby Green. This is quite difficult for me to read. It tells you how to use the cards. So you've got card spreads. You've got Ahead of the Road Branches, which is a 7-card spread. The Paths to the Three Mooses spread. The Distance to Bright Light spread. This View from the Skies spread. So for each of the archetypes, it gives you the name of the archetype, the number, and keyword. I do find the writing in this guidebook rather small. It's quite uncomfortable on the eyes for me. Maybe because it's quite dark here. There's no pictures in the guidebook. Let's have a look at the author and see what he has to say. Again, it's quite difficult to read. So Bobby Green is an artist with an affinity for signs and symbols, the occult and the mysteries that lie just out of reach beyond the veil of reality. A passionate designer who was born in the southeast of England. Oh, it's an English creator. He grew up drawing strange works and interesting characters to live in them. And it gives you his website number or website address. It's just very difficult to read. I don't know why I struggle when it's got like a black background. Okay, so have a look at the cards. So I really love this metallic blue kind of edging. It's absolutely gorgeous. The cards have got like a nice kind of like matte feel to them. If I compare it to a regular Rider-Waite-Smith card, let's just see for the size. They're exactly the same size as a regular Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So this is my Abona weight. And it's the same size. I like the backs of the cards. So they're kind of like reversible. It's got starmen on there. And I love the orange as well. Beautiful. So let's have a look at the cards. So you've got the Fool and it's got keywords: opportunity, trust, potential. This is an interesting depiction of the fall. It's kind of naked, so starting from the beginning. I like that he's got his sun for the guide and the moon for the guide. And I don't know who these two people are here. It's got a lot going on in this picture, but it looks like he's actually in space as well. Magus, which is the magician. Potency, realization, resourcefulness. And again, it's a very interesting picture. These look like the suits. So if you look carefully, you've got like the pentacles. These look like the wands. This is the swords. And this could be the cups. So it's got the suits at, you know, at the end. I love his blue lipstick. Very interesting. So you've got the High Priestess. Sacred wisdom, perception and femininity. The Empress. It's like a Sphinx cat. Life force. Sensuality and harmony. The Emperor. Dominance, ambition and authority. The Hierophant. Routine, certainty and learning. This Hierophant looks like he's, you know, he's got a lot of wisdom, you know. I like the way that it's a mature man. I like that the greys are shown in his hair and beard. But he's got kind of like a soft, kind of like understanding face. So you've got the Lovers. This card seems to be very masculine, which I like as well, because, you know, it's good to have some masculinity in your tarot collection. These look like two mouths. It's a skeleton. And it's got here connection, intimacy and resolution. The Chariot. And it's a man in a spaceship. Attainment, persistence and energy. Strength, generosity, loyalty and steadfastness. The Hermit. Contemplation, solitude and discretion. I also like that the people in this deck seem to be mature. Wheel of Fortune, change, fate, positive, confusion. Interesting. Justice, equilibrium, clarity and negotiation. The Hanged Man. Let's turn it the other way and see what it looks like. Okay, the right way up. And it's got here, involuntary pause. That's interesting. Letting go and mourning. Look at the lovely nails. Beautiful. Death, ending, loss, transformation. Temperance, resilience, understanding, calm. The Devil, comfort, opulence, hedonism. I like the fact that it's got like a Capricorn type of head. The Tower is disruption, upheaval, transient anger. The Star, hope, healing, new life. The Moon, illusion, imagination, impression. The Sun, power, health and conviction. I am actually liking the keywords. They're kind of different. Judgment, mastery, tact, stimulation. The Earth, and it looks like a carrot. So I think it's a nice kind of title to call the world. achievement, new beginnings, fulfillment. So this deck's Marseille inspired, but I do like the fact that it's got keywords, because I do kind of struggle myself with numerology and the actual pip placement. So it's nice that it's got keywords here. Joy, inspiration and passion for the Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups, harmony, partnership, love. The Three of Cups, celebration, good fortune and health. Four of Cups, stagnation, security and fear. Five of Cups, melancholy, regret and exploration. Six of Cups, the past, old love, reconnection. That's interesting. Seven of Cups, multiplicity, promise, illusion. Eight of Cups, motion, abandonment, searching. Nine of Cups, abundance, satisfaction, contentment. 10 of Cups, permanence, happiness and fulfillment. So moving on to the court cards, the pages are called knaves, and it's got here sensitivity, instinct, shared happiness. The Knight of Cups, idealism, creativity, spiritual interests. Queen of Cups, sensuality, spirituality and openness. And the King of Cups, artistic efforts, change, intuition. So moving on to the Suit of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles is wealth, material gifts. So I can't pronounce that word, do forgive me. The Two of Pentacles is balancing, changing, fortunes, uncertainty. The Three of Pentacles is skill, success, improvement. The Four of Pentacles is steadiness, comfort and progress. That's an interesting perception for the Four of Pentacles. I always see the Four of Pentacles as someone that's kind of got good budgeting skills, likes to hold on to their money, very frugal. So the fact that it's described here as comfort and progress, it's just an interesting take. But I can see why these keywords were chosen too. Five of Pentacles, poverty, lost, resolve, restoration. Six of Pentacles, gifts, philanthropy, fertilization. Seven of Pentacles, germination, effort, promise. Eight of Pentacles, development, practicality, learning. Nine of Pentacles, gain, self-sufficiency, serendipity. 10 of Pentacles, family, ease, blood ties. Beautiful keywords. And then you've got the Knave of Pentacles, minor improvement, tranquility and news. The Knight of Pentacles, tradition, honour, forward motion. The Queen of Pentacles, this is my card for the month, is gratification, luxury, indulgence. And then the King of Pentacles, gradual improvement, shelter, convention. So moving on to the Suit of Swords. Oh, that's pierced right through his arm. The Ace of Swords, clarity, emergence, justice. Two of Swords, stalemate, unease, avoidance. Three of Swords, attraction, separation, eventual healing. Four of Swords, temporary stability, withdrawal and rest. Five of Swords, battle, privation, hollow victory. Six of Swords, advance, restoration and relief. Seven of Swords, unevenness, restlessness, duplicity. Eight of Swords, imprisonment, anxiety and lost perspective. Nine of Swords, despair, trepidation and complexity. And Ten of Swords is ruin, perfectity, painful endings. So moving on to the court cards, we've got the Knave of Swords, which is awakening, communication and sharpness. The Knight of Swords is novelty, charm, lost resolve. The Queen of Swords is intelligence, magnetism and unavailability. Interesting. And the King of Swords is logic, quick wit, intellectualism. So moving on to the suit of buttons, which I'm assuming is a suit of wands. The Ace of Buttons is enterprise, reward and fertility. The Two of Buttons is partnership, prosperity, commercial success. The Three of Buttons is fruition, opportunity and manifestation, or fruition, sorry. Four of Buttons is actualization, confidence and foundation. Five of Buttons is vitality, competition and struggle. Six of Buttons is success, inspiration and persistence. Seven of Buttons is perseverance, strength, eventual triumph. Eight of Buttons is hopeful change, movement and action. Nine of Buttons is conclusion, resolve and victory. And 10 of Buttons is trial, obsession, fear of loss. So moving on to the court cards, you've got the Knave of Buttons, which is inspiration, positive energy and fun. Knight of Buttons is adventure, allure and indetermination. Queen of Buttons, which is my significator card, is new ideas, sensuality and pleasure. Up to the King of Buttons, just turn it the right way around. Vitality, maternal realization and superficiality. Wow, what a wonderful deck. I like it. So let's see how the cards shuffle. So overhandedly, they're very smooth, very gliding, kind of lightweight to shuffle. Can you hear that click, 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 click? And I guess they could probably be riffle shuffled as well. They look a bit like they could be a bit thick, but definitely overhand shuffling is great. So what are my first impressions, oops, let's turn it the right way around, of this deck? I really like this deck. It's very kind of alternative in terms of the keywords. I suffer from night blindness. It's in the evening in the UK. It's about 9 p.m. So I'm not able to read the guidebook properly because the print's a bit on the small side, and it's got like a lot of black background, which is quite challenging. But I think during the day I'll be able to read the guidebook. So I'd love to read the author's reasoning for choosing the keywords. But I think the keywords, although different, they actually relate to the cards. As I said earlier, I do find Marseille decks quite challenging because I like pictorial kind of images, but the keywords make the pips actually quite fun. So I am actually enjoying pips with keywords, and I like the orange in the cards. It's kind of also got like a Halloween theme to this deck as well. I also like the fact that there's a lot of masculine energy to this deck. I think it was probably just the queens that were feminine, but then again, they're kind of androgynous when you think about it. Really, they could be masculine or feminine. But to me, this is a male energy deck, which is good to have in one's collection. The keywords are different, quirky. I'm going to definitely enjoy this deck. Look at this one here, Knave of Pentacles. It's got his head off. It's just a gorgeous deck. I'm looking forward to reading the guidebook during the day. I think I'm going to read this guidebook, you know, from cover to cover because it's quite small. But I'd like to kind of get a gist on this person's writing style. In the camera, it looks like it's quite big because I've got the book held right up to the camera. But in actual reality, it's very small printed. The archetypes also seem to be quite mature. You know, like, in my opinion, over the age of 40, which is good. But I've got decks that kind of like age appropriate. Because a lot of the modern decks are kind of like youngish archetypes. But in this deck, they've all got like a mature type of vibe, which I do actually appreciate. So it's got my favourite colours, orange, turquoise blues, just nice kind of like spring kind of colours. I will leave a link in the description bar for this deck, should anybody be interested in purchasing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.